She's the worst. And it is a very weird concept, but it is becoming more normal. And I am so happy. Those are the mom YouTubers that I look up to the most. Let's talk about things that I suck at. That's their life. They can do whatever they want and move on. Does this make sense? Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm gonna be doing Mom Talk Series Part 2, basically where I just sit down, I fold some laundry, and I talk about just things that have been on my mind, things as like a mom, a wife, a woman, some struggles that I'm dealing with, some things that I'm working on, and hopefully the point of this video is that whoever's watching this, you can relate to me as well. You don't feel alone. We're going through this together, and then we can talk about it in the comments below, kind of start a conversation. I also try to do these a little bit more unedited and raw and real so you can feel more authentic. So grab your laundry. I'm gonna be folding mine together, or do dishes, do something so you can feel like we're sitting together, we're friends, we're talking to each other. And yeah, let's just jump into this video. So the first thing that I want to talk about, something that's been on my mind, and I started thinking about this because of an Instagram post that I saw. I don't even know where it was, but it was on one of my toddler accounts that I follow, and it's talking about like, instead of complimenting your child or your toddler on their physical features, compliment them on like their personality. So instead of being like, you're so handsome or you're so beautiful, it's you're so kind, that was very kind of you to do that, you're so helpful, like things about their like personality and who they are instead about physical. And just kind of like start that as a habit for myself, especially for when they get older and they're gonna have insecurities, teenagers. We all know the struggle. So that's something that I've been trying to work on, just like as a habit, like changing physical compliments to their personality and who they are. And another thing that I've been thinking about lately is like when we're playing a game, instead of be like, you did it, you won, but I should say like, did you have fun? You had so fun, that was so fun. I don't even remember what the post was that I saw, so I can't put it up here, but I remember instead of focusing on like winning, instead of being first, you're the winner, which is okay too, like we all wanna win, I wanna win, but being like, did you have fun? That was so fun, instead of focusing on like, yay, you won, yay, that was fun. Make sense? The next thing I wanna talk about is when you're a parent, when you're a mom, what is complaining and what is just being honest, like this is my life? Because there's definitely a fine line between the two, and you don't want to be around someone who's constantly complaining about being a mom. You don't want to be around someone that's constantly complaining about their kids, or complaining like, I don't get to do anything because I have kids. I don't want to be a mom that just sits and complains all the time. Sorry about the lighting. But I do want someone else to feel what they're going through is normal and to feel like they're not alone. So say I'm going through a hard time and someone else is going through a hard time, and we have the same thing that we're going through. I don't want to just sit there and not say anything and pretend like they're crazy. But I don't want to be complaining. So I want to be honest and be like, yeah, that is a hard time. This is something that I'm going through and it sucks and it's really hard, but I don't want to be complaining, because then you're negative and you don't want to be around someone that's negative. So I'm trying to find the fine line of complaining versus being honest as a mom, as a parent, is hard. Does this make sense? Maybe, I don't know. But if you also feel the same way, let me know in the comments below. Do you struggle with complaining or being honest, or do you feel like you have a good balance? Because that's something I feel like you just have to you have to figure it out as a parent. You gotta figure that out. New Year's goals. Let's talk about things that I suck at, because I feel like a lot of my YouTube is, tips and tricks, and it might seem like I have all my ducks in a row, and I don't. So 2 things that I'm working on this year. 1, I'm working on my budget. I am terrible with money. I don't feel like I've really understood the value of a dollar my entire life, and so I'm really working on where is every dollar going. And when I say me, my husband, Max, together consecutively, we are coming together every Sunday and we're having a little quick budget. Okay, what were all the transactions this week? Were they necessary? Where did they go? And we are trying to save up and be very smart about our money. This is something that's I'm not good at it. I stink so bad. So I'm trying to work on that. If you are also working on a budget this year for your New Year's resolution, let me know in the comments below and we can chit chat about it, because that is something I really, really, really want to do. I want to get excited about saving money instead of I get excited. I say I used to. I've only been doing this for a couple weeks. I'm very still amateur on budgeting and spending money, but I get very excited spending money and getting that package in the mail, getting that package at my front door, you know what I'm saying? But I want to change that to getting excited about saving money and being smarter where I spend my money, how I'm saving money. So I'm trying to switch that mindset, which is really hard if you've never done it before and if you don't have that desire, but I'm trying to have that desire. So that is my first goal, New Year's resolution, goal, whatever you want to call it. That's my first one. My second one has to do with Max. A lot of our fights happen because I tend to assume things about him. Like I assume that he's not helping, or I assume that he's just ignoring me. But when in reality, at the end of the fight, we realized, oh, he was helping me. He just wasn't doing what I needed in the moment, but he was still helping, because I just sit there and I don't ask him questions. I don't say, hey, what are you doing? Or I don't say, hey, I need help. I don't ever ask for help. And then I end up having bitter feelings towards him. When in reality, if I would have just asked for help in the beginning, then we wouldn't even had this fight. So that's something that I'm working on. My second thing is I'm just working on communicating a lot better to my husband, at telling him when I need help and not assuming that he's not helping me. So that is my second thing. That's a little more personal, but I think a lot of wives go through that too. So if you are, let me know and we could talk about it. The next thing I want to talk about is who I follow on YouTube, like moms and wives that inspire me. One of my friends posted on Instagram, she's like, hey, do you guys have any YouTubers you follow? And I'm like, that would be great. That would be something great to share, because I feel like in this day and age, watching YouTube and watching other moms and kind of becoming like friends, even though you've never met each other. It is a very weird concept, but it is becoming more normal. 5 influencers that inspire me, and hopefully by me sharing, you guys can follow them as well and get the benefits that I do from them. The first one is Sarah Therese, or however you say her name. She's leaving YouTube, so this doesn't really help you, but I did follow her for like a year, and she's really cool. The reason I like her, I like that she's not afraid to talk about her faith. That's one. She's very minimalistic. So I like her idea of, I get inspired by her idea of like trying to only use things in your house that you need and not just like buy stuff, which I'm working on. So I really liked her for that. She's leaving YouTube, which is sad, but she was really cool. So you can still watch old videos of her as well. The next one is Emily Norris. Emily Norris has to be my favorite YouTuber. She lives in the UK, and she's like very cleaning, organized based. She does do vlogs as well, but she is really good at meal prepping, organizing, and cleaning. So I get a lot of motivation and inspiration from her, from like cleaning and organizing stuff. The third one would have to be Melina Sisioti. The reason I get inspiration from her is I really like how hands-on she is with her kids. She's really good at doing like sensory play and activities with them, and she makes their world such a beautiful, magical place. So she does great with that, and it inspires me to do the same. How do you say her name? Delilah Lepsky? I've talked about her before, and the reason she inspires me is I love the way that she does her content. She's so talented. When you've never edited a video before on YouTube or made a video, you don't realize how much effort and time and how much you need to learn to make something look beautiful. And her content, her and her husband do such a beautiful job. They did like home renovations, and their editing is so fantastic, so beautiful. They do such a great job. And she also does a really good job of trying to like be in the moment and be with her family. So I really like her for that. And I have talked about her before. I think she's a great role model. And then I think she's my age. She's either my age or a little bit younger. And then the last one is Sarah's Day. And I really like Sarah's Day because obviously fitness. She is very good at striving to be the healthiest mom and wife and woman that she can be for herself and for her family. And I love that. That's very inspirational. With that being said, how do I explain this? So with that being said, I feel like people get a little obsessed with like, if you followed a person and you don't agree with every single thing they say, then you have to like unfollow them and then cancel them. I don't agree with that. There are some things that a lot of these ladies say that I don't agree with or that I'm not going to use in my life, but that doesn't mean that I need to be like, oh, she's the worst and unfollow them. No, I just take what I like, and then what I don't agree with, that's their life. They can do whatever they want and move on. That's the disclaimer for that. But YouTubers, those are the mom YouTubers that I look up to the most, and I follow them. I've followed all of them except Sarah Therese. She's pretty, have only been following her for like a year, but everyone else I've been following since they started on YouTube. So I have been very inspired and motivated by all of these women, and I hope you do too, and I hope you go follow them because they deserve it. They put a lot of time and effort and talent into YouTube, and it takes a lot. So very impressed with them. I am struggling to get Scotty to take a nap. So one day he'll take a nap and then one day he won't. And then one day he'll take a nap and one day he won't. And I don't know how to do this whole my child doesn't take a nap anymore phase. It's kind of scaring me. Finally get your kids down to take a nap. You're like this whole weight off your shoulders. And you just get to have some time to yourself, and it's the best. But right now, he did take a nap because I'm trying to start the whole quiet time thing. So I put him in the twin bed in our playroom. That's like our guest bed, but it's a twin bed. And I'm like, okay, Scotty, this is quiet time. I gave him some books. I gave him a toy. I'm like, okay, I will be back in 10 minutes and we'll read books together. He ended up falling asleep, and I am so happy. I think that that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be like quiet time, and I'll leave for about 10 to 15 minutes. If he falls asleep, great. If he doesn't, him and I we'll read some books together, and then we call it school, where Scotty and I will do like learning activities together while Cal's taking his nap. Before, we were doing this right after Cal would go down to bed, and there was like a 30-minute time where Scotty and I would do school together and then he would take a nap. But now I think I'll just say, we'll do school in 10 minutes after when you're done with your quiet time. And if he falls asleep, great. If he doesn't, then we'll just do school and we'll read books together. So today he fell asleep, and I am so happy because he was a little cranky pots today and he needed to fall asleep. So if you got any tips on quiet time, how I implement this into our routine, please let me know, because I'm on the struggle bus. I don't know how to do this. I don't know what's next for us, but quiet time, that is something that I definitely knew going into having a toddler. I was like, quiet time is a must. After he takes naps, I know that I still want my child and children to all do quiet time. A couple friends of mine and family members I know, they still do quiet time up until they go to school. So if you got any tips on quiet time, please let me know, because I'm gonna need them. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it relaxing, and I hope you were able to relate to me in some way and you felt like you weren't alone. We're in this together, you and I, we got this. If you enjoyed it, then give it a thumbs up so I know you like these little relaxed, chill mom talk series, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.